Geneva.
Independent minds for a better Liberia! I'm Moner Keshen. Approve this song. Independent minds, independent hearts. Rise, Liberia. The time is now. Together we stand. Together we build for a brighter tomorrow. Whoa, yeah. Wake up, Liberia. Hear the call today. The future is waiting. Don't turn away. With courage and purpose, let hope arise. A nation can prosper when vision leads our eyes. Vote for a leader with vision. Oh, a leader with purpose and mission. To move Liberia forward, hand in hand. Together we'll build our promised land. The change is now. Our youth, the change is in your hands. Oh, stand up.
5
Stand up.
priorities we have.
For Liberia.
Our first priority is infrastructure. Simply put, is electricity, it's roads, it's water, and it's internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. We have to invest in infrastructure. That is the top priority. That's the basis on which we can and will do everything else. The second priority for us is job creation. There are too many unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable Liberians. The unemployment rate is over 85%. And therefore, job creation is our next priority, creating jobs for the Liberian people. The next priority is agriculture. We are a country that do not feed ourselves. These are things we can do for ourselves. We should be producing rice to feed ourselves. And my commitment is that by the end of my first term in office, we will be self-sufficient in rice production. And within education, we're focused on vocational training, teachers training, and adult education. But we have to educate our young people because, again, that's how we can help them create jobs. That's how we can train farmers. And so these things are all linked together. And our final priority in terms of the what's is health. Because you can have good infrastructure, you can have a good job, you can feed yourself, you can have great education, but if you don't have your health, it doesn't matter. And so health is our fifth priority, and there we're focused on primary health care and preventive health care.
Thank you very much. Oh shit. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For those of you who are listening to us by here radio, I want to say good morning. And if you in other part of the world, I want to say good afternoon. I don't know your time, but I would say hello to all. To all our beautiful people, our young people, I want to say good morning. Good morning to you, Edward.
Yeah.
Edward, can you hear me?
Interesting. I'm getting you. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're a little low.
Oh, I think yes. Is it better off now?
Yeah, you better off now, yeah. If you bring the
Okay.
camera closer to you and you relax, no problem. Or else you have to come
Okay,
up
so
small.
according to my technical man, you can't do that. We can.
Okay, that's good. Okay, while they're doing that, let me just
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, this is the independent minds for that to like do it.
Is it better or now?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
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 Yeah, so good morning to you and good morning to all our listeners. It's an interesting weather in the city. Yesterday and today you have a weather. And it's good for your hustle, in Liberia, the only way to survive, you have to hustle. So when it's raining, there's no way to hustle. So I think everybody decided to find out to go hustle and see how bad again, see that family. Yeah, so happy to be here again, man. To do the thing we love doing best for our country.
All right. Thank you very much. And I hope Benedict will join us later on. And yesterday's show was fascinating. And for our young
Sure.
people of Liberia, the young people of Liberia, this is your show. You are then forgotten. You are the young people. You make up the population of Liberia. 60 over 65% of our population now are all young people, boys and girls, women. We're talking to you directly. Do not allow politicians to determine or to define your future. The future of Liberia is in your hand. You need to take it over. Do not allow them to use you because that is what they are doing right now. The corrupt ones. Whenever you give them power, they want to see you in the street singing. They want to see you with a slogan. They want to see you begging them every day. Every year we graduate Liberians. And it's so if you're any good Liberians, you will notice that today in Liberia we see 13 years old, we see 14 years old graduated from high school. Yes, we see young people graduating. It's not like before where you see things were not easy. Normal days we see sometimes people graduate from high school at the age of 20, 21. But today, last year we saw a 13 years old graduated from high school. So we ask ourselves the question, what is the problem in Liberia? Why we cannot get it right? Why? Why there is no way that we as citizens should go through problems, go through things that we're going through today. A country with resources, the country with lots of resources, better than any other country around us. Why are we poor? Why we can't get better education? We had free education before. Why we can't get it now? When President Bouakai was then Mr. Bouakai working with LPMC those days, when he was in the Tolba administration those days, we had better schools. When President Doe came to power, we had free education. Why we cannot get it now? Why there is no vacation job for students? Why? We had it before. That is what we call the youth initiative. Why we don't? Because they are so greedy. They want everything for themselves. They want you to be a beggar in your own country. They want to see you living a life that you will not challenge them tomorrow. And the people that are in power are the same people yesterday that criticized the late Baker Matthew, that criticized Amos Sawyer. We did it. We were there, some people from Tottenham High and whatsoever. People who were born in 1968, people who were born 1967, 1968, 1970, 1969, like Darius DeLone. They understood everything. Now we are in power. We saw the war. Why we should allow our brothers and sisters to go through these things, especially we conniving with drugs leader, drug trafficking, bringing drugs into our country, because that is what politics is. Around the world, politicians are corrupt people. They got few good ones. Few good ones. Politicians are different from technocrats. Politicians will tell you things that you want to hear. Or technocrats are people who understand the job. That is why we're still telling you, Liberia, we have tried these two political parties since 2005. Ask yourself the question, what have I benefited? What are the benefits for the young people? Today, we see them in the street. We see our officials. We saw some of them that came to power in 2005. Today, they are millionaires while we are still poor. They became representative 2005, yet your child is still in high school. They took over in 2005. They are millionaires. They have everything to themselves. They can travel anytime. They can send their kids out. But yet, you cannot even send your kid to a public school. You brought them to power 2005, and your life is still the same. And they and their friends are enjoying. Whenever you give them power, they push you aside, and then they wait for you at the end of another election cycle. They come up with $5 or $10 a bag of rice and say that's all we need. God for all. When you get out of that poverty, then you join the group. All our role models are crooks. Liberians, the young people, you. Don't let no white man tell you and the people are corrupt. You've seen it for yourself. You're struggling. How can we be in a country where 90% of our life, our daily life, is just to first for food. It's just to feed your family first. But we can't send our kids to school. We got a lot of political parties in Liberia today to tell you how desperate and greedy they are. Before 2029, we'll be having 51 political parties. So they cannot even campaign in a district. But because they want their share, because they believe that Liberia will always go into the second round and they will have their share. Why Liberia? Why? Why? From 2017, 3 candidates have always been 1, 2, and 3. 2, 1, and 3. Alexander Cummings is always on the tail lane. Alexander Cummings is the only guy that I know that can take the youth into the 21st century, because he understands, he knows what it means for our young people to come up. He knows what it means for the young people to be our future leader, because he himself went through it. He's a real Liberian story today, I will tell you. A real Liberian story. But the politicians will tell you one thing about him, and you should understand it for yourself. This is not about CDC, UP. Liberia is for every Liberian. Every Liberian has the opportunity and has the right to contest. The Constitution gave us the power to make that decision, but we shouldn't misuse it. We shouldn't vote for people because we are from the same tribe. Look at Rwanda today. After the genocide, you don't know the difference between the Hutus and the Tutsis. You don't know why it should be only Liberia. Oh, you Kru man, you Bassa man, you Kra man, you Gio man, you Congo man. Don't allow the likes of Henry Costa to push you around. Some people say, oh yes, Henry Costa is he's not running for president. But listen, we just want to remind the Liberian people, because they still have the man called Henry Costa around, who believe that he can manipulate you, who believe that he understands you, but he could not make Bernard Ure president. The first Liberian, highest job creator in the country, supported by Henry Costa. He could not make him president. And he had never made anyone president because of greed. He's like Joshua, but Joshua is not a greedy man. He saw the promised land, but because of greed. But he's not like Joshua. He's not like Joshua, but because of greed, corruption, he could not stand. God don't like ugly. Yesterday, we saw a video where Henry Costa insulting President Bouaka, telling you how President Bouaka giving his personal business out. We saw Henry Costa yesterday telling you how Mr. Weah is nothing, Mr. Weah is this, insulting him. And we saw a video where he praising President Weah and voted for President Weah. Then we saw a video where he praising Mr. Bouaka and voted. Then we saw a video where he praising everybody. Because of corruption, this young man don't even understand his worth. Came to America, went to school, got a master's degree, went back to Liberia, insulted the vice president during campaign, and today he's in the pocket of the vice president. It's a shame. I'm only trying to remind you, they are stay around and they want to surface, and we'll not allow them to surface. Because of them, today Liberians cannot even decide, because they think they got big mouth. They try to imitate other people, speak like Martin Luther King, speak like a Baptist preacher. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. We saw them. They put a protest together, 2007 and June 7 protest. I'm sorry, June 7 protest. Who benefited? Henry Costa. The second protest, who benefited? You believe it that he said they offer him $200,000 in Ghana and he refused it? You can't refuse $500. You can refuse $1,000. That $200,000 you refuse, and he left you in the street. And he came back. And listen, this is not a distraction. I just want to let you know. This is not about, oh, some people say, just stick to your calendar. We got a long time to go. They say when snake bites you, when you see water, you got to be careful. We cannot allow these same old people who are on the social media manipulating you, telling you, knocking their chest. And today we saw him crawling to the president begging. How can you be a diamond dealer or diamond broker in Liberia and still begging and still coming on radio? You should be ashamed of yourself, my brother. You should be ashamed of yourself. How can you even utter the word Alexander Cummings when Alexander Cummings is already in his future? Alexander Cummings is not a beggar, he's not a blackmailer. But you go on and say, but we just want to remind you, this is not a distraction. No, it is not a distraction. And every tape will be replayed. It's not a lie from his own mouth. From his own mouth, not my mouth. Because sometimes we take politics too personal. Your security risks to Liberia, they consider as a security risk, your political risks. According to him, Mr. Cummings has never created no job. But Bernard Ure, the first Liberian that employed more Liberians than anybody. Why Henry Costa couldn't make him president? Or why the Liberian people couldn't vote for Mr. Ure? Why the Liberians cannot vote for Mr. Simeon Freeman? But these are the people who tell you they went to school and got master's degree and telling you that for you to be a president of Liberia, you must create jobs. You should go to Maryland and open a logging company. You should go to this place and do this. Henry Costa said he created jobs, but could not even win District 6. They whip him like a market dog. In fact, market dog will run. They whip him like an old cop. Because when you beat him an old cop, it can't go nowhere. When he was in his prime, Edward, I just want to remind you Liberians, they are still there. They're trying to surface. They're coming in the light, small, thinking that we have forgotten. No, we know you, Eric. We know you. And I'm waiting for you, my brother. The friendship is one side of how I do my politics. I put the friendship one side, we're talking about it. So it is his doing. I'm not making up stories, but I just want to remind you. Ask yourself, who benefited from the Council of Patriarchs? Some will say, oh yes, I saw you with Henry Costa to his wife. Yes. But Liberia is bigger than Henry Costa. Liberia is bigger than me, bigger than anybody. I will not put myself forward. I will not waste my time. I will not put my interest. What do you say? Oh, politics are interest. He told you before. Today you see him praising the vice president. Today you see him coming right back, trying to making it look as if we forgot. No, if you forgot, no, I'm still on it. So, Edward, you are a young man. You have a daughter. You're supposed to be relaxing. Every morning you go to work because you believe that this government was going to do it. And you owe no one an apology. You don't see in the heart of man. You don't know. But your constitution gave you the right to support whoever you want to support, and you did it. And you not owe no, you owe no one. I owe no one myself. But when we make that mistake, they say no decision is right until it is right. Because if we know that our decision will be right, ever there will be no mistakes. There will be no mistakes. That means if I go in Pingsville, I know there will be an accident. I will pass on the other side because I know nobody knows the future. So no decision is right until it is right. And when you realize your mistake, you realize that you put all your effort into this government and the government failed you. to even provide or to open the corridor that Edward can go and hustle to get it. No way. All the promises. We still see them going to the same thing, roads. Everybody want roads in Liberia. That's our money. Everybody, whether you ask the cockroach in Liberia, say, yes, I need roads. But what are they doing? How can Edward survive? How can he send his daughter to school? School is about to open. Should Edward be a beggar? Should Mr. Kishan be a beggar? Can he come to Liberia and don't do nothing? And for the record, Liberians, I'm a voter. I voted, and I will continue to vote. I just want to make you know. Without one of the people that sit in America, oh, I'm not better than you. No, 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 no. The same problem you're going through, I'm going through it. Hustle. Just few days I was on the highway, my tire came out. Myself had to fix it. It came out. Thank God, nobody got hurt. As I was there for over 12 hours on that freeway. That's how terrible it was. Coming, Edward.
Yeah, I think you made some salient point this morning. For the life we live, we don't live the life for ourselves, but we live the life for our children. And
Sure.
if God calls you tomorrow, what will you be remembered for? So the situation with Henry Costa, if God calls him tomorrow, what will we remember Henry Costa for? Will we remember him of being a blackmailer, like jump from one political party to another political party for a personal gain? Is it the kind of legacy he's setting for himself as a young man? Malam Selita, Mr. Costa, were one of the major critics of Mr. Henry or Malam Selita's government. I remember the death of the late Harry Chris. There's a leak audio that you were on with the NSA director at that time, former Selif. And he said he had some evidence about the death of Harry Chris, and he needed some money that for you to release that evidence. And that audio was leaked. What we're running playing, we'll follow that audio and stuff. Again, if I were Henry Costa, what I would do now is to remake myself. Henry Costa had the intention of contesting the 2023 election, the central election in Montreal County. Due to personal grief and so on, because he knew that he couldn't win the election, he abandoned his quest to contest the central post in Montreal County 2023. Now, there is the same man again that claimed to have a moral force to come and talk to the Liberian people who to vote for, who not to vote for. And let me say this, Mr. Kishan, maybe the mindset of Liberia now have been changed. Do you know this? That for 1997, 2005, people were voting based on back or right. But now, I can assure you, brother, the mindset of Liberian have been changed. The Liberian cannot be fooled anymore. A Liberian could just be fooled and vote people vote for a candidate because of what he gave them, but now they have been president. We have been president again. Because we all know from here about the Waka campaign. Waka was one of the broke men ever in the campaign. They had nothing at all. In fact, they were fundraising all on the radio. People were begging for money all around the place. And President Waka admitted that he used to take loan from the bank to survive. So the Unity Party was broke. But the Liberian people say they're tired. They're tired. They don't need a Henry Costa to come and tell them that they're tired. Now, you talk about Congo man, whatsoever. I mean, the time I used to go to Kia Radio, one of my friends that usually accompanied me took me somewhere on the beach where the 13 men were executed for corruption. And since the time, I think changed. Things still the same. Am I clear?
That's true. Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, I don't my video. Yeah, things still the same. Nothing has changed. Now, that's why Mr. Kumi say you cannot keep doing the same thing over and expect different results. So the same thing that have been done from the 1980 or to 2000 or to the 1990 or to 1997 to 2005 to 2011 or to this time, the same thing have been happening. Nothing has changed. The same old politicians have been recycled. Nothing has changed. And as long as you continue doing the same thing over and over, you will not expect different results. And that's why Mr. Kumi say, I am the best alternative. And let me say this to people. It's not about Concord man or countryman. Now, who is in the mansion now? It's not President Joseph Yuma Waka. It's not a country. It's not a countryman. The hospital now, or Richard Nangwe Kun. Is he now a crew man? The protein, Nyobli, Kanka. Is she now a Basa woman? So it's not about somebody being a Congo or native or whatever. That Congo native thing not working anymore. It's about who have the heart for the country and who have a better vision for the country. We just have a one native president, Mr. Josh Ogon. We are. And we have another native president, now we President Joseph Mabwaka. Liberia still suffering. We still struggling to survive. We say struggling to provide food on our table to achieve achievement in Liberia now is to provide a table for your family. Is a major achievement in Liberia. And those people that run the country, they are all native people. It's not about being native or conquer. It's about their vision and the person what they can offer the country. And that's why we bring Mr. Kumi onto you. Kumi is a guy that has built his character. He has his own money. He's not coming to hustle. He never told you that he was living on loan. He never told you that he was struggling. Now the man is already established. And the only thing he wants to do is to lead Liberia in a better place. I will God call him tomorrow, he will not regret. And he has something inside of him, or leadership inside of him that he wants to prove to the Liberian people. And he wants to change your life. I keep saying this to you, and 2029 will continue to sing this song to you. And trust me, it resonating. Liberia, major parent now. Look, let me say this to you, my people. Those people travel to go in other federal countries, see a paved road, or well-clad paved road. But people can go in the mud, and then they take a little mud on the road, and the dusty road, they take a little mud and they want you to celebrate, they clapping their hand. There's a personal achievement. So the car is passing smoothly, and they expect you as an intelligent human being in Liberia to clap. But they go in other countries and see a well-built super highway. And to defend that kind of super highway in Liberia, they're doing it, but what they're doing now, they're trying to mud it, the road, they're trying to take the mud on the road and make it appear like they are doing a perfect achievement and they want you to be clapping. And you Liberians sitting and clapping, you deserve better. Like Mr. Kumi always say, Liberia deserves better. We shouldn't settle for less. Liberia is very rich. We have coal, we have iron ore, we have diamond, we have logging, everything is here. Now a lot of logging companies here are working. They are exporting our country, taking market. The vice president went to B. Martin recently, carried on investigation and said that he was surprised that over billion worth of coal leaving the country. And there was some investigation, the investigation report on the president's death. Are we hearing anything again? Nothing happening. Our country are being exported. People are living in the real, they're taking the coal, they're using our people, and Liberia are left with nothing. And the money only in the pocket of few government officials. Now, so if you go to a health center now in Liberia, the places that people working in all of hospital now, they will put the medicine on paper and they direct you to a special trust to go purchase the medicine there. You cannot be treated at a major hospital in Liberia, a government hospital. While they will show it to you, they will put the medicine on paper and they say go to a nearby trust and purchase the medicine. If you don't have the money to buy the medicine, trust me, you are with God. That's the kind of country we want to live in. And that's why we bring the look. Your age is claiming what Liberia is the only country so far, other countries, but at 25, 35 year, 37-year-old men living in a parent house. Because you cannot make you can make a living for yourself because you don't have a ready to rent a room for yourself. You don't have a job to provide for yourself. So you're not saying with your parent onto your gray hair into your hair. And then you feel it's normal. It is not normal. Look, that's why we have whilst we saw it, all people are celebrating. So what? We graduate from high school, what nothing to do. You don't go buy a motorcycle, you be riding people on the street, or you sell orange money, Lone Star Mini. Other than that, you ever tend to be a Zogo, it's more drugs than be a Zogo. And that's why we're saying young people, graduating from high school, graduating from the University of Liberia, is not an issue. But having a better government in power that will provide the avenue, create the opportunity, private sector, that you don't have to think praises to government. Look, I think I may still have some audio here in my WhatsApp because there was some meeting here recently, and one of my friends forwarded to me. There was a discussion. They said, "Oh, Mr. Joe, I already left the rescue mission. How can we get here and so on?" And one of my men, Nina, I would not call on the radio. I may like it to you in private conversation. Said that man and myself were on the radio, presenting a show, and I know how we struggle to present a show for Unity Party. Unity Party not offer rap to that guy. So if we say we use money to bring everybody, will be very hard. Everybody is a guy that can be moved by money. You know, so it's not about money. Now people cannot come and talk you. Look, can you imagine for little or $20 US people choke you and take you and take you to go for representative, and they bring you back for little or nothing. That's why you go back to 25 kg and finish. The employment is very, very, very high. Can you imagine you go purchase something right now and say you are raised down, but you are raised down and team president say the same. Now I go purchase something about I go purchase a car. The cash will call $800, additional $200 on that $800 will be $1,000. So what is the benefit? So the Ministry of Commerce is not doing nothing. Why Malaya is doing now? She's focusing on her central based in Grand Bassa County. And no one is checking, nobody talking to them. Everybody just relax and comment, everybody nothing happening. It's everything normal. It's sad. Liberian, you have your own destiny in your hand. Look, If you don't vote for Mr. Kumi will never suffer. You will not carry Labrador grandmother back before you suffer. It is because of you, Mr. Kumi children they are all established. They are all established. They have their own businesses running. They don't need government to suffer. If only you, if you gave President Waka for another 6 years, as I always say, it will be like the poverty that will come, it will be more than ever before, because the government will not be serious anymore. Because you didn't know they will not get a church. Nowhere, look, that 27 years in power, that thing passed, everything can't happen in Liberia anymore. So you never know that even if it's lucky to win the second term, they will not get a third term. So if let that grab and go, it will be a looting fee they will be on. So think wisely and make a better decision for yourself and your children's future. Over to you, Mr. Kishen.
You have said it all. You have said it all. A young man, Liberians, if you listen, this is Edward Joe, a young man who understands that the future of Liberia is in his hands. It's not in the hands of politicians. Do not allow bag of rice, $5, to carry you, to determine, to make up your future. He said something that struck me. I want to live a Liberia for someone, for my child, for my daughter, my son. He said, I want that when I die, they should say, yes, he fought for something. Which are the legacy you're going to leave behind? Are you going to sit on the fence for the entire life? Are you going to sit down and be complaining and saying that, oh, Mr. Cummings need to come in the district, Mr. Cummings need to do this before I can vote for him? Are you going to sit down and say, oh, Mr. Cummings will be dealing with the same old people before you cast a vote? Or are you going to say, well, I don't see the number, so I will not vote? How will you vote? You say you don't get credit. If I don't give you credit, how will you get credit? If you don't vote for Ellis Cummings, how will you know that Ellis Cummings will be a good leader? I never told no one that it's 100%, but based on his record, his past record, and what he did in the CPP, and how he handled it, and how he continued to handle himself in Liberia, he's a perfect match for Liberia that can bring us together. He's the man that can bring the Gio, the Mana, the Pele, the Crew, the Bassa, the Madingo in the same room, and everybody will have the fair share because he believed in the 3 C's. He believed in the character of Christ, competence, capacity. He has demonstrated it. So this platform is not a propaganda platform. We're not making up stories. We're telling you the facts. And we don't want to tell you to praise the Cummings, praising, oh, Mr. Cummings got money, Mr. Cummings lived his life, Mr. Cummings. No, we won't tell you what Mr. Cummings is bringing to the table. What he's bringing to the table. He said, I have a simple plan. My 5 watts and how. And he added the last one that he added, government of inclusion. In a country where we are divided, and you tell me there will be no government of inclusion? No. There are other qualified Liberians in other political parties. In the UP, they got qualified Liberians, but they choose not to use them. CDC have more. The CDC have so many qualified Liberians, but they choose not to use them. You know what I'm saying? So Liberians, we cannot continue to jump from one place. You jump across the bridge. Then you jump back across the bridge. You jump across the bridge, but you're not going nowhere. You stay to the same place because you, in your mind, it's only 2 political parties in Liberia can make the difference. No, that's a lie. And I want to debunk that. That's not true. These 2 parties were nothing yesterday. They started from scratch. We had 2 parties before. We had NDPL. We had MPP. Even this Unity Party were nothing yesterday. Until Madam Serif came here, it was nothing. They used to consider the Unity Party as the party from local county. But they had Action Party. And they all combined. Action Party, Unification Party from Pule Party, from Brown County. And then you got the CDC, the NPP. So you see, all the other parties are by themselves. You think Bronski was not qualified? Bronski was qualified to be president. But Liberty Party could never, ever make Bronski president. Because that's a small party, just attached to Baton. Almost like the Prince Johnson Party. So don't tell me I have to join UP or CDC. No. Because even if you check the roster, when you check the roster in Liberia, most Liberians are not even a registered member of a political party. We only follow we like. We say, oh yes, I will be with this party today. Don't tell me that Liberty Party in your blood. Don't tell me that CDC in your blood. People who say that is like you are part of a cult.
Yeah.
ANC is not even my brother. I don't love Mr. Cummings. I admire Alex Cummings. I admire him. I wish to see more Liberians better than Alex Cummings. And they are out there. We have Liberians who are scientists. And I will give this story, and I get it before, and it bothers me a lot. This guy left from Liberia. He's in America doing good. He's going closer to Liberia. He refused. He said, I can't go to Liberia. He said, I will not go to Liberia, do anything in Liberia. I'm seeing nothing. He said, I'm successful. I got everything. I do my little business in Ghana. I'm doing business with this place. But he looking at Liberia. He said, if they can treat your man. I said, who my man? He said, they can treat your man, Alex Cummings. What about me if I go to Liberia? They only want to take from me. But nobody will look at me like anything. And the day I put my mouth in politics, I'm done.
Yeah.
They will look at me as a stranger. And Alex and Edward, they look at you as stranger. So if you can look at your own child, because he's from Grand Bassa County, God help him, he went to America, go to school and stay there. The day he come back, you say he's stranger. When he try to get into politics, then you say he's stranger. So you tell me, if the man leave from Grand Bassa County, came to Monrovia, got his education, when he go back to Brazil, he a stranger? What kind of country we cannot go by the Constitution of Liberia? What kind of country we don't honor the Constitution of Liberia? That if I live in a county for more than 1 year, I have the right to run for senator. But when I want to run for senator in Grand Bassa County, they say, my man, make us speak Bassa.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many of our children speak tribes in Liberia? President Bwaka kids don't even speak Kisi. No, they speak Kisi. Show me, let Joe Bwaka come on. Joe come and speak Kisi. How many of us speak our tribe? Our parents never taught us. How many of us? Then when you sit there, you try to be so tribalistic. You know what I'm saying? So Liberians, do not allow these same people come and make fun out of you. Do not. Ask the question. Can you do it? Do you have the capacity? Do you have the willpower? Can you protect the Liberian people money? And Liberian, ask the question, how will you fix the educational system? Mr. Cummings made it clear. He said infrastructure. He said you can't run all over the place. He said, but there's something, electricity. Everywhere you go, electricity is the number one. Second is roads. Water, good drinking water. If we can have a good drinking water in Liberia, Edward, do you know what really going to happen? Edward, take it from there. Let me answer pick up the call quick. Take it from there.
He told me about that. He almost 2 months ago saying water left my yard. Water have been returned. Water is what have been returned. And they have even found all the reason why we don't getting the water. You know, and that's some of the situation. And let me say this to Liberian. They think about the men can speak the dialect. So how many of you can speak our dialect? Like I have my little daughter now, my little sister. They all can speak the Bassa. We are all Bassa people. Unless me that I spent almost 28 years in Grand Bassa County, I can speak a Bassa a little bit. I can also crystal clear. I will speak a little bit. But apart from me, other people that are born in Monrovia, like my little sister, my little daughter right now, she can't even speak a Bassa. So because of that, if you will say she's not Bassa, okay, or she's not Liberian. So who you not want to go below? No, the problem with Liberia is about it. It's about it.
Edward.
Yeah.
Just give me a few seconds. I want to bring somebody on quick.
Okay.
And they have something I want to say. Go ahead. You have the line.
Okay. Hello. My name is Letty. And first of all, I'm appealing to the Christian community in Liberia and all that has been said. And the Lord has been dealing with me lately on the prophecies of Mother Dukley and Father Francis. And it is very strange that we have a person like Father Francis, who was a Catholic, to bring such a profound word to the nations, the international communities, and to Liberia. And this was a letter that he sent to his archdiocese. And I wanted to read these words that God has said to me, because I was like, you know something, Lord, everybody has said that the prophecies that were spoken both by Mother Dukley and Father Francis, you know, some of the prophecies have come through, but the full prophecy, because they keep talking about the reign of Liberia, that Liberia will come back to itself after all these wars. And I want to read what the Lord gave me, you know. And first of all, I will read the prophecies of what Michael Francis said and what Mother Dukley said. And if you look at it, they both are the same. Father Bishop Michael Francis said, Pope, archbishops from around the world and other leaders, I bring you greetings from Liberia. The days ahead in the West African nation look rocky, but we are hopeful it will get better. Advocacy and social justice, as well as freedom of speech, have all been doomed that it is not what is important. A new generation of young people are gearing up for a change after Charles Taylor. But that should not worry us. They will have a leader of their own from the grassroots who will be worse the nation will ever see. Many of them uneducated will come to government and they will hail him as king. And he will never be wrong, and politicians of the old order will bow down to him. All hail the king, they will say. He will rule with an iron fist, and Liberia's economic under him will be the worst the nation ever experienced. Through, though around the world his celebrity status will swell, but home will be a nightmare. The worst is not under Taylor, it is yet to come, when mayhem will take the land and a dictator will rise. This is not the celebrity we're talking about. And a dictator will rise, but no one who celebrates him will see by then. They will be blind and will end up as blind leading the blind. At the end of that realm, an astute statesman will rise, and the nation will prosper forever. And Mother Dukley said, and I will tell you how God put this together for me after. Mother Dukley prophecy, a tyrannical leader will be booted out that will come from the north. He will be booted out. There will be bloodshed and massive destruction, again, more than the first one. And she was talking about the Samuel Doe reign and all that had happened before then. A woman will succeed him. There will be hardship during her reign. After her, a leader will emerge from the south. He will be overlooked and condemned, but he will be loved by the ordinary people. It is under him that the country will prosper. People will wonder where there has ever been a civil war in Liberia. The generation that will witness his presidency will prosper. They will enjoy the land. He will be God's choice, and after him there will be no more war. Liberia will forever be prosperous. So God said, you know, and he's been dealing with me in the last few weeks on this, and he has given me prayers for Liberia and prayers for the person that I do support. But he said this, the prophecies of Mother Dukley and Michael Francis in their governmental dispensations. Mother Wilhelmina Dukley spoke about first the Charles Taylor government. A tyrannical leader will come from the north. There will be more bloodshed than that of the first Samuel Doe regime. A woman will succeed him, Ellen Johnson regime. Where this was broken up is that people did not suffer much under Ellen regime, but she was talking about the whole UP regime. But corruption became a vampire under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Father Francis spoke of the George Weah regime. They will have a leader of their own from the grassroots, who will be the worst the nation has ever seen. Many of them, uneducated, will come to the government and they will hail him as king. He will never be wrong, and politicians of the old order will bow to him. All hail the king, they will say, and they're still saying that today. He will rule them with an iron fist, and Liberia's economic under him will be the worst the nation ever experienced. We did experience that. Though around the world, he will still be celebrated with his celebrity status, but but home will be a nightmare. We did experience that. The second up regime, there will be hardship, Joseph Boyka regime. Under that Joseph Boyka regime, Father Michael Francis spoke about a leader that will be worse than Charles Taylor. The worst is not under Taylor. It is yet to come when mayhem will take the land and a dictator will rise. But no one who celebrates him will see by then. They will be blind and will end up as blind, leading the blind. But both Mother Dukley and Father Francis spoke of a leader. Father Francis called him an astute statesman will rise and the nation will prosper. Him. Mother Dukley went a little further to say the description of this statement. She said that he will emerge from the south. But she also said something that we all have overlooked. He will be condemned. He will be cursed at. He will, the whole kitchen sink, as Lofa Julia will say, will be thrown at him. He will be called names. He will be said things. But one thing that he did say, he will be loved by the ordinary people. It is under him that the country will prosper. People will wonder whether there has ever been a civil war in Liberia. The generation that will witness his presidency will prosper. They will enjoy the land forever. He will be God's choice for the land, and after him there will be no more war. And this the Lord has been dealing with me. And I have read these prophecies over and over throughout the years. In 2016, when I first got through with these prophecies, God spoke to me and he said, I want you to support Mr. Alexander Cummings. I'm not saying that this prophecy is about Alexander Cummings, but I know when God speaks to me, and this has been 10 years since he told me to support Mr. Alexander Cummings, a man that I did not know. I did not know there was such a man called Alexander Benedict Cummings in Liberia. But I was on my bed in Southern California, and I was looking, and I said, Lord, what's going on in Liberia? You give me a heart, a burden for Liberia. How can I intercede and how can I pray? And he showed me and he said, I want you to support this man called Alexander Cummings. And I went around and asking people who Alexander Cummings was. And God so had it, I knew a cousin of his in California who also named is Alexander Cummings. And I went to him and I said, Alex, you running for president in Liberia? He said, no, Letty, I'm not. Why would I want to run for president in Liberia? My cousin is running for president in Liberia. And this is how I came to know the name and find this person. And I went and I researched him online. And I said, Lord, if this is who you want me to support, I will support. Now, I am saying to the Christian community in Liberia, if you know the words, thus said the Lord, and if you believe in prophecy, ask God, go to these two prophecies, get on your face, and let God show you the leader who will move Liberia forward in 2029. Not you as the person who wants to become president, but I said, go to the Lord, lay on your face, put away all weight aside, get with your church, and let the Lord, the Holy Spirit himself come to you and say, who thus said the Lord, and break down these prophecies and who is best. But for me and my house, we believe that Alexander Cummings is who this prophecy was talking about at the end. Even though he was not born in the South, but his roots is from the South. And I said he is the only astute statesman that we have thrown the kitchen sink and everything around him. And I will forever stand with Mr. Alexander Cummings until the Lord says no. And I know God is not a man that changed. He's not a man, he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. And I say to the Christian community, you all who are saying, hail the king, and it's using, the Psalms of Solomon and the Psalms of David to hail the king. George, we are the king that you all say is the king. You all go back on your knees. The prayer warriors of the CDC, you all go back on your knees. The intercessors, go back on your knees. The white wailing women that be on the streets, on Singer and on 9th Street or wheresoever they be, they'll go back on your knees and ask God, because we see bloodshed is coming into Liberia. And let us pray, because God said Liberia will change. And so let's go back on our knees and see who God wants to lead this country. And this is my appeal to all the Christian hearts. I know they say this thing here is not about Christian, but we have witchcraft that we are dealing with. And the Bible says, the house of the Lord suffereth violence, and the violence we have to take by force. As we come on our knees and pray in the middle of the night, midnight, for Liberia, let us ask God to show us our leader. And let us, the Christian community, the spiritual community, get behind this leader and pray and uplift him. As the young men and women have come behind him now to uplift him, let us, our generation that has killed these young people, get behind our children, our young men and our young women, to be able to support him for a better Liberia. I thank you so much for me.
Thank you very much,
thank God for you and all that you do.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And Edward, this is a prophecy that was written. It's on record.
Yeah.
You have to be very smart and a spiritual person to understand it. There are two prophecies, one from Mother Dukley and one from Michael Francis. And I read it before, but you got to be smart. And some men of God try to change it around. But if you listen, she was reading it. It's not something she's saying, but you got to be smart to understand it. So if you look at it, President Weah have done nothing wrong. He can never be wrong in anything. You say anything right now, I know they're going to go after me because I called the name President Weah. Some people see President Weah eating dry rice and fried fish. They enjoy it. Say, damn, look at the paper eating the rice. Yes. Some people just see President Weah standing up. Even the politicians, I remember the late Bacon Matthews. He said, both people fool us. He said, and Mr. Weah was the guy. They tried to bring him in because of popularity or celebrity. Nobody put him in Michael Francis Marvel. All these things that we're talking today, he's not alive. But purposes sometimes take time to come. If you read it, it comes by stages, and everybody will play their role in there. So even if you listen to it, President Watt, President Taylor, President Doe, President Taylor, President Madame Salih, you got to be very smart, Liberian people. What you just read is out there. Some people try to rewrite it, but no, don't worry. It was a written letter that Michael Francis sent to the diocese and said, this is what's going in my country. Liberians, the future of Liberia is in our hands. Liberia is for everyone. Mandingo, Kru, Basso, Pele, we are all Liberians. When you come to the tribe, you only see your own. When you go to this place, you see your own. We should put Liberia first. Our politicians only put the country. Someone said something on the place the other day, and they start getting vexed with the guy. The boss said Liberians love their flag more than they love their country. And they started going after him. You see them wearing the red, white, and blue. But do you love your country? You can say you love Liberia and you see the people suffering, Edward. No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that may get Liberia a hat. Yes. But what make Liberia? Without us, there will be any Liberia? No. Liberians. We see our brothers and sisters struggling. They calling their names. They say they are lazy. They are not lazy. Liberians don't know what they want. You ever ask them what they want? Even the politicians, our representatives can say to you, they know what they want. You ever went back into every district and say, what do we want? What you want us to, what I should fight for? When the last time your lawmaker went to your district, Edward?
Nah, we see face to face before then.
When the last time you went to a town hall meeting? But this dude work only 2 days a week and get all that benefits. The rest of the days supposed to be in the district. You don't even know him. You give them, look at the guy in Cape Mount.
Yeah.
The youngest representative. Her father spent money because the people are poor. Today she's representing. She don't care if she lose again because she know that she finished getting what she wants. When the last time they push for legislation, when to say you ask Thomas Fowler right now, how many legislation have you pushed in? You ask Edwin Snow, they cannot tell you, Edward.
Nothing.
How can you be in the Senate?
At least no admitted that one of the greatest mistakes he ever made was to send that APN seminar to you, and it haunted him. He cannot have peace in his life because it was one of the bad things he ever signed in his life.
And the question is, they need to ask him, when you were signing that bad deal, it was free. What he benefited? Okay, so now you regretting. You regretting. You saw the picture where Edwin Snow went to Mr. Cummings. So where Mr. Cummings lives, he paid for it. And sometimes Liberians, we should give people the flowers. You should be happy for other people to succeed. Genuine succession. Yeah. People who went through work hard. This man worked hard. There are other Liberians out there. But man, when you see Liberians, Edward, you won't believe it. You see Liberians in America who are successful.
Wow.
They're scared to come to Liberia. Somebody can say, Munir, what are you wasting your time for? That country will not change. Ernest coming here not to do it. He better go sit down. He will not waste your time. Then I hear Nigerians say, we'll eat the money. How you eat so much money I can't finish? Eh? Then he said, I will eat the money, I will then follow him. It's a shame, Liberians. But the young people, and one thing you said, Edward, you said, this time no rice or father that will fool us.
No, it ain't working again.
We did it for Mr. Boaka, we'll remove President Weah. And we'll do it for Alex Cummings and we'll remove this government. We tired. We tired, my people. Don't let them fool you. We can make the difference. Open the line. I know we already spend the time. We've been having some nice time on the Kia Radio, and tomorrow we'll be on again and going forward on the Sunday. And George, can you open the line? Let's hear from our people, please.
Okay, folks, so wherever you are, if you just tuned in, you are listening to the program, Independent Minds for a Better Liberia on Care Radio 95.9. The numbers to call and be a part on the show 0777 959 959 0881 871 670 and the WhatsApp number +231 777 959 959. The orange number 0777 959 959. The long stand number 0881 871 670. These are the numbers to call and be a part on the show this morning. No calls yet. General, you can come in once calls coming.
Edward coming.
As we were waiting to call, I'm a kind of gracious person. I'm a Christian. I mean, I'll be the best Christian ever, but I think I'm practicing perfection. So I'm trying my best. But prophecy is nothing to joke with. The breath of Jesus was predicted long time in the Old Testament before it came to pass. And if someone already read about it, you will read about the breath of Jesus in the Old Testament. Now, when God and Moses had that interaction and stuff, when Moses did something to the children of Israel, like struck a rock in a kind of angry way, and God said, Moses, I will not talk to you any more face to face. I will speak to you now in your dream. So the vision now, God is not talking to people in their dream, or it's not talking to people directly. Now, let's take it this way, right? prophecy without work is a dead prophecy. Now, if you are a man, you sit into your house, and the prophecy has come. And
Okay, Edward. Edward, let me just show you that. You come in a little bit breaking. Yes, I think you know refresh your device because you coming in breaking internet. Yeah, you come in breaking. But the numbers to call him. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, come in.
Am I clear now?
Okay, you much better.
All right.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Edward.
Yeah, so as I was saying, prophecy without work is a dead faith. And you know, God himself is now a dictator. The children of Israel say they all wanted Samuel, they wanted Saul. And God said, okay, since you want Saul, this is what Saul will do to you. There will be calamity. They said yes. And they suffer a lot. You know, they can go back to God and ask for forgiveness. So the best thing you have to do now is to make that prophecy to come true, is to go and do your part, play your part, campaign, and go for Mr. Kumi. If you sit to your house and you believe that sitting to your house, you want to sit on the fan and be watching, trust me, it means God is a liar, but it means that you are now working towards that prophecy. So yeah, I'm a man that believes in prophecy. I'm a Christian, and I believe that God is still talking to people, and the spiritual work of God is still ongoing. So yeah, we look forward to that, and we hope and our people listen to it. But let me say this clearly before we wait to call. So look, my people, let me say this to you. You live in Liberia. You're suffering. To have a delivery is one difficult thing to do. They've seen people are coming back to you again. They say that they have solution to all the problems. Now, again, I'm sorry, I hope my citizen may not have a little problem with me. The thing that my first appearing, I said last time on the radio, Mr. Wea is not a bad guy. Don't get me wrong. Wea is not a bad guy. Wea is a good man. But you know, there are certain things that you lack on, you can't just, what you don't have, and you can't put it out. And you know, what you don't have, you can't give it out. You give what you have. And President Wea, with all the love he has for Liberian people, he's not really had that leadership ability. He's not a politician. He's not that kind of politician. So if you make him president, you will be suffering like you putting a burden on your head. Running our country is a burden by itself. You know, so I think the best thing we can do for ourselves, President Wea will not die. Trust me. If Wea was someone that power greed, you will attain all power. That 25,000 machine is not any kind of huge machine that is easy manipulate someone away and say power today. But it's not a man that greedy for power. There's some people that are really desperate and greedy for power. They want pushing you to run. President Wea, last time I listened to you in the church, you said that you don't have interest in running 2029. You know, so if you level President Wea alone, he has no interest in politics. But it's our greedy politician that is surrounding him. They want pushing him to bring him back to politics. Now, the President Wea is not depending on you and Liberian people to save him. He may want to bow down to that pressure to say, okay, I will run. But this time he may not have the interest in running anymore. So what you can do as a Liberian, as a die-hard citizen that you love Wea to your soul, is to vote against Wea. Because the moment you vote against Wea, you have the freedom to go to all his work that is serving as a chair on racism committee on FIFA into his international work. So
okay, Edward. Good morning.
How are you, sir?
We're doing good, my brother. Your name, where you calling from?
Okay, I'm calling from Broadway. This is the voice of Augustine, the discipliner.
Welcome to the program, Augustine. I brought it this morning.
Yeah, probably food and camp.
Welcome.
Okay, first, just to all your retrospect on the competencies of Arizona Company. So the executive Sunday 29, that is perspective enough. But the thing is that we were one of the panelists in studio who say that former President George is upgrading for him because that is the political candidate or individual. So let's be specific. We don't go for the reality. If this that is coming to be the next person of that bureau, if you want the support of the ordinary Liberian people, since the issue there, negotiating kind of a statement towards his former ex-president, I think is an increase of one of your panelists here. yes, it is true we can coincide and say together and it's like the apple here. One person when I sit and look at the two candidates, I think it is an coming and that of they were going to are the two individuals that I can say that need to take over the control for all institutions that I have looked up to. Because speaking as speaking for very different for the coalition to try to change. Alright? Because of the unprecedented act from our own party and that of the Labour Party that were backslided, that took about just an inch of the election and they are producing it in a very wrong manner, then I think if we will sit and compare them, I think down Congo and that of the ground committee should be the next magnificent for the committee. So thank you. So maybe not give a kind of I think so, Mama, dear, that I want to be on board with them. First, agree and encourage more young people towards the ENC that I do agree. So, thank you.
Okay, my brother, thanks for calling. The numbers to call and be a part on the show this morning: 0777 959 959 0881 871 670. The WhatsApp number +231 777 959 959. Edward, you can come in. You just listen to
me just respond to my brother quickly.
Okay, let me just read there. Edward, let me just read there. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, we lost you there. Sorry, my brother. We lost you.
Yeah, hearing is different from understanding. President, we had the audio up there with the interview with Kalasco. He said that I know a politician. They people go here because they want their country.
Yeah, my name is Joseph. Is calling from Bamar.
Welcome to the program, Joseph.
Yeah, I want to appreciate you people in studio today and discussion about the next build-up for Liberia. And I also want to make a contribution towards you people that before being president in Liberia, you have to fight. And it's not only political fight, but you have spiritual fight and then physical fight. So you have to move from community to community, place to place, and see with people, see what are the common things that they are suffering from. They have some community now because of lack of unity, they are suffering in the community. So if you have your team within the country of this government, moving up and down, so campaign time you don't need to even go out and spread more evidence because your people been working all before election. But wait at the point where at the turn of the election time before people coming out to win some vote. So people will feel like because you want power, that's why you're doing good. So you stay with them, you have meeting with them, you have people distributing all of the community that will have meeting and discussion. Because of projects, they have phone, they have bed, they have cleaners, in the public toilet. So when you get on those, one thing we know in the room, just to be free and feel we have our food. So when we get people that are working with you, by the end of the day, we don't need to stress our mind today we're looking for rebel leaders. But we can at the point where after elections, we start looking for people, my brother, they will eat your money and they will not vote for you. So they don't have votes because in Liberia, it's last minute to time. So my advice to you people is to work as a team to move from the community, make the people know too. There is another for me, is just no bad thing for number 6. Many people does not know about it. So going on the ballot paper, we know that it's not coming from me, not know the same. People may put different questions. We have to move. People have to be killed in. So thank you very much and pray that God have the best leader and to go front. Because with God, all things is possible. Thank you very much.
Okay, my brother, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Your name? Hey, Jones. Morning, my brother.
Yeah, I've been buying a platform for a while. But yes, I got there was for the most of everyone after the public, I think you will get down on the platform. You will continue to buy your food. If this God is not of he doesn't know how to present. He doesn't know the physical landscape of this country. If if they can get their vote for the son of benefit community, absolutely they have no problem. Because he suits his job, he knows his job well. But this guy almost on the platform and said, the one president, they are lax leadership. You tell me that's all he needs to a leader of a political party who is responsible for 6 years with the level of government. And so what he did is the greatest of all. He turned over power to his most bitter rival, this person, Joseph Mabuana. How many African leaders can you compare to former President George Weah? How many? Check African leaders. You know they rock star with his power. You know how it's like to have power and let it lead your head to your most bitter rivals. You can do that. You always saw because you know just I don't show people and without the reason I don't wrestle it. So he's being one of the finalists in the development. Don't show the because you know this propagated message of and the policy. You have to come with the message, bring people to the party instead of what taking people away from the party. Because that's an opposition thing. And soon, Arizona benefit coming over to the rock with current president Joseph Mabuana. Leadership will not support the elections really well. But because if you continue to be so disrespectful to our leaders, you think we are going to support it. You think we are still going to accept this person you going to settle around? It's fair. You have to get it down off the platform. Find another means to use this guy and do something else for him, but keep it on the platform, brother. He's not bringing it out yet. Because you want to do that support there, they rescue mission because of job. Being that you get the job, being that you don't get any employment, being that you don't get any recognition, that's the reason he had to do. He was tired with like politics, he was ready to do his private business. And when he said to you, he was there made on the platform because he didn't get what he promised.
Okay.
Being on the platform, that's because he when it's all about self-interest, what he can get for you guys and what he can get in the future. That's all.
Okay, my brother.
So, George, you gotta let me respond quickly before you, if I need the permission, if I have the time.
Okay, Jones.
Just respond quickly.
Jones? Oh, he's level live already. Good morning.
No problem. I can just respond quickly. No.
Good morning, my brother. Morning. And welcome to the program.
Yeah, this is Brown Dudley.
Yeah, Brown.
And let me thank you for your interaction with the scholar and your discussion.
Okay.
But you know, I want to we had a caller before this last caller to say that will use your personal money, go to the community, that will create a relationship and all those kind of things. Yeah, where I want to do. And that's why we can get development from our political leader or our state craft or the state area. So you go elect somebody, you must use all the personal things you must empty your account. So when you can't, why you set up me? First of all, you will try to first or stuff. So sometimes we have to weigh our ego and if this man able to do the work, you know, you can invest in. And I mean, he will have the honor now to give back through a expertise to make sure and send the resources, the taxes and all of things to send it to giving electricity, giving water. I mean, ensuring that there's better school, there's better hospital. Or he would say, you are not done this, you are not done this. So what you expect them to do, they then hire personal money to take care of yourself, then you do it. Besides that, even with the job we are, you know, the transfer of power, I feel that job we are understand the constitution. Constitution when you go to election and you know you are defeated, take telephone and call your opponent and say thank you. I mean, we can go back in the brain another time. But to say that, you know, that able now, of course, would have been pushed by other people, and it goes to resist. By now, the whole country is upside down. So the other people know that they win, and he will say, I'm here, nobody coming here. So these are, I mean, at certain time, everybody tell you about important. So thank you so much, I'm calling.
Okay, my brother. Let me take the call on this line. Good morning.
Good morning, George. It's Lofa.
Good morning, Lofa.
To the rest of the panel.
Yeah,
thank you for allowing me to be a part of the conversation. George, actually, I'll say this to you on radio. For the past few weeks, I've literally been feeling a little bit discouraged and not even wanting to be a part of, what we sense in Liberia because for the past few years, we have been warning Liberians about this calamity that we find ourselves in. And, but I just got re-inspired, right?
Mhm.
Re-encouraged listening to the sister who just, spoke on the revelation. I felt again there's a need for some of us to not allow our voices to uh, 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 be just shut down because of few people who feel like they control the narrative. I listened to the previous caller who talked about having to people use their own money, personal money to counter power. We are not in this process again. There is no more survey. We don't want nobody to use their personal money. We want people to use their agenda. Tell us what you will do when you get there, how you will do it, when you will do it, and we support you. This revelation or the prophecy that the sister just mentioned is what just got me to feel like, God has a reason for everything that is going on in life. I don't want the likes of Henry Costa. I had to lead a show when we were talking about Henry Costa. It's so disgusting hearing the brother being mentioned about today. And for you, seditious, who are consistently talking about, oh, someone is denigrating your political leader, and for that reason, and you retaliate because of the man's position, his opinion. Joe is absolutely right. President Weah was given the opportunity, and he did not do what is expected of him. He allowed people in his circle to turn you all away to the dumpster. He didn't do what was expected of him. Don't expect Joe to come and sit here and praising President Weah for telling the nation. We love him as a soccer star. We love him as a celebrity. Leadership is far different from having to serve as a celebrity. And that's why we need someone who understands the economy. And we need someone to truly transform, put us on the right trajectory. We're not here to play about the future of young people, and you guys are talking about, oh, the way you talk to our political leader. So we do. Guess what? However, when you do it, this is not the point. You supported Henry Costa when Henry Costa said the worst about you. When he said the worst about President Barca, you still ran back. Because you know what? Liberians love to be treated with tough hands. You don't like to hear the truth. Joe, you said nothing wrong. You have no reason to apologize for your view on President Weah leadership because you were and you of what transpired in Liberia. Thank you for being genuine. And if they all refuse to acknowledge and accept the reality today that Liberia is going backward and not forward, and we need an Alexander Cummings to truly transform the economy, let them continue to do what they're doing, and they'll find out. You think this is an appeal? No, this is perfectly the time. Only in Uganda today, the young people are the ones taking the amount of authority. The Ugandans, a young man is fighting corruption. The man said, I became a billionaire before I came to public service because I did not want to be a part of corruption. You don't see it that way. You want someone to steal from you, sit back and think that you will threaten people with your votes and then allow and then think that, okay, we will all submit to you. We will not. We will change Liberia by fire by force. Thank you.
Okay, let me take the other call on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
I'm Mohammed is here calling you from Waterside.
Welcome to the program, Mohammed.
Okay, I'm calling the show. I just one request I really want to ask you podcast studio. And my request is I'm not a well-known person or a
You coming
I
you
just
coming a little bit low. Please be audible.
hello.
Yes, it's much better now.
I said I'm not a well-known person or a political figure in Nigeria, but
Okay.
I have always been following politics in Liberia and listening to some show and listening to everybody. I really want to talk personally with Mr. Kumi. I don't know how would that be possible. If it is through a call or whatever, I have something to say to him. I want to talk to him personally. I don't know how would that be possible.
Okay, my brother. Just listen to the show. Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah. So I've done. Good morning, brother.
We're doing great, my brother. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, just the running that you want to do. Brother, let me thank you for your something and everything. But, brother, let me tell you, you're not in the diaspora then. You see, President Baka, we all, for me, I admire Alexander Kumi. But let me tell you, you people were the team and people you supported Joseph Baka. And you said that you made Joseph Baka a follower, they went and they wrote all that for propaganda. They can't strong with it, so we are going to Alaka. And Alexander Kumi was part of that. But for now, when you are all and fool, don't forget about that. That is opposition leader. They don't come together. The thing that they meant to everybody is seeing it. That he now running in now ruling in the rebel direction. Because that person that we are all adjourned to that today, who knows if it would be Alexander Kumi. So they cannot see we got to put checkpoint on it. You cannot be holding the function of all states. You cannot be this is not surrounding government for the government run. It's not surrounding government is a democratic government. So you cannot hold you cannot oppress the opposition. So we cannot stand against it. So thank you.
Okay, my brother. General, you listen to most of the caller, right?
I came to one of my dad, and I came to the funeral quick.
Okay, so let me take the last caller.
The son, yeah, a 25-year-old son.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, but George.
Yeah.
If I get to buy on the land, it's so scary. Let me say to local Julius, one thing you have to continue to do is this. We now looking for opposition unity. Local Julius together at the back of the man. With our opposition unity, you cannot get it to back out. And here it is. You should know that this ANC, this Mr. Alexander Kumi, is one of those that struggle later when he joined the collaborate political party and they struggle later from a president we have seen. You are one of those. Now the day we're going to Marvel asking our pressure to be placed from a president we are coming. He was one of those. We know his participation. Therefore, then we are now getting close to a party to share what we all can rally. Our rally and him or former president. Yeah. Former president we are so it is not compulsory that he become president in the republic. It is not we can support that is not only. But if there is no opposition unity, how do Alexander Kumi lose the election? When you have the
Yo también dije, por el cuesta. La gente dice que yo queda gana.
The national legislature, the Unity Party national legislature, the judicial is the Unity Party judicial. How do you win? It's the opposition unity. So you have to learn that.
Okay, Jones. Okay, my brother. Good morning.
So George.
Yeah, from the WhatsApp line. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, my brother. And where you calling from?
Yeah, thank you, Joaquin. And thanks also to the general. And thanks also to my dear brother, Nova Julius.
Okay.
And for the recommendations for the public, I'm Pukat.
Pukat, bravo. For calling from a new destination.
And let me say also a grateful good morning to my dear brother here, this is with you, Josh. You see, what I'm going to say, you put what we have behind. I can never go for a reckless and irresponsible leader of the party. A responsible leader of the community. Mr. Kumina has done impressive well, contributing a lot. Not a parasite worker. I can never take a parasite over a.
Oh, Poga. Okay.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Yeah, Poga.
Hello.
We can hear you, Poga.
Okay, thank you. But the first almost say opposition unity come first. I can tell you, we are not forced to be president as people say. Because number one, mind you, Even escaping. If I say escaping with me, when you say that this woman will be my last one, and after that, all my physicians, there will be nobody that can even focus on the ASC because the ASC got oppressed us. I will call it on the capital. To put the country forward. Exactly that the person will see as the replacement of God we have. It's a promise. I can say a parasite to brother or a reformed party, to develop the people party, that is a promise. So what we want to say is that opposition usually come together first. Then we put all the devices or let's say nature one side, and not come together in one angle. And put the political carry cargo, workers, booth or roofless, and every single leadership of the Quaka and Cool administration for power. That was me go. Thank you.
Okay, my brother Poga. General, I come over to you guys. See, we're running out of time.
I just want to say this to the public before you come in, Edward. Before you come in. You see, this is the show that we allow you to speak. We don't cut you off. You think that we could cut you off when you're speaking things that make no sense. We have the right to do that. But we allow you to speak. It doesn't mean that you overpower anybody here, but we want you to spill out some of the things that people will say, wow, and see how some Liberians behave. But anyway, come in, Joe. Don't forget, you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So let me say this to my fellow citizens. Look, the guy that usually set my camera up. He's a unrepentant citizen. My current fiancée now, she's a citizen. So I had no personal hate for any citizen. I had no personal hate for Wea. Wea himself went in the church and said that I had no interest in running to it. Now I think Mr. Kitchen, if you can find out for
He said it.
Okay.
He said it.
And then there's an audio. There's an interview with here, Kalasco, he said, and now a politician, people brought me here because they wanted something. There's a video up there for that. So I'm saying that Wea is not a bad guy. If Wea was someone that really desperate for power, the 25,000 machine that President Waka won the election with, you should have you don't have to turn over power, you got to hold on power and manipulate that thing and take power for now. But because he's not power greedy, so he turned over power to President Waka. They may have no interest in politics. There's just a great people around him pushing him to come back. But what you can do as a citizen is to just vote against him and you will have peace. Georgia without that. So what is the bad west in that cause Georgia man that you will achieve my move? No, let me say this clearly, my brothers and sisters. The thing is no if and aid about it. We cannot take pepper from more and 2 ginger. Not because we want pepper, so we got 2 ginger in the replacement of pepper. No. You know, ginger is strong like the pepper also. All to the scene, they can burn your mouth. What I'm saying here is this. We are now power greed. We are no, there are certain people you just have loyalty to. There are certain people that just talk to you, just also listen. There is certain people they use your number that who's serving as a chief of officer to president. We are right now. You sort of hating. There's a man that said that the two legs of we are better than the head. He said it. There's a man that serving as a chief of officer for we are now. And you celebrating him. You want your kids, man. So why if everything that I say for we are people going after me money? I don't really understand that. Look, let me say this clearly. Citizen, nobody hit you. For Labrador to go forward, Mr. Kumi is the best. It's a way forward. It's not Waka, it's not Wea. Thank you.
Okay, Edward, thank you.
We have come to we'll be on here tomorrow. But again, citizens, I understand what you sometimes say. If you do this, then if Mr. Kumi go in the second round, we're not supporting, listen to me, citizen, you will support him. If Wea is not in the ballot, you will support Alice Cummings. If Alice Cummings enters second round, while we are in the ballot, you will support him. But understand this, we all fighting for first and second place. We don't have nothing, no hate. Yes, like I said, what Poker Robert always say, we won, so we don't have to be, he was there already. But we are telling you that give other people the chance. With the confusion, the hate between these two parties, we are concerned and we are afraid. Yes. Look, Liberia is the place that God gave us. For the young people, the future is yours. And what the guy said about Mr. Cummings, because while you were talking, I was doing something. He said what Mr. Cummings did? Edward. Okay, good. But Liberians, you are free to come on the show whenever you want to come on. We give you the airtime. So if you think you come and explain, you can. That's what they call propaganda. You can make up your story about Alexander Cummings. We're not accept. But please be careful. They're coming back again. The like of Henry Costa, the man who insulted Mr. Bwaka, who called him racist, who said Mr. Bwaka medical, who exposed President Bwaka medical record, who called him names, who said Mr. Weah is no head. He insulted President Weah and voted President Weah. He insulted Mr. Bwaka. Today he buying down. And also, he said that Mr. Cummings should go and create jobs. But the man he supported, Bernard Ure, the highest employer, Liberian employer, why Henry Costa could not make him president? Why? But anyway, Henry Costa never made no one president. So there's no record that he ever made anyone president. And also, he said he created jobs according to Henry Costa. But he could not win District 6. When he was so popular, they beat him in District 6 like Market Dog. In fact, Market Dog will still run. All Cup. They beat him in District 6. He contested. And he tried to run for senator, for the Senate position. He gave up. Dillon never created a job when he won. Bwaka never created a job when he won. So Henry Costa, please, act like a real Liberian and be civil and be a disciplined kid. I call you kid because I'm older than you. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow your ego to be above your head. Don't allow it. You went to school. You got your master's. Yet, you still fighting for a government job and still in the pocket, thinking that Liberians are forgotten. No, we will not. I will present to you next week every tip, and I will continue to play, including I have or what they say porn tip, I've got it here or these are some of the people. But thank God, because of ego, you expose yourself to Liberian people, you're pervert. The picture is out there. The picture is out there. I'm not the one who put it there. I'm not the one in the video. I'm not the one in that picture. What you are doing to that little girl, I'm not the one. So Liberian, I just want to remind you, we shouldn't sit there and think one person in the mouth or one crazy, one or more born crazy children. No, they're plenty in the street. But we'll not sit there for them to surface again. Come and lie and beat their chest like Eugene Fagon. Beat their chest that I can make anybody president. You go to CDC, Joey president, then you make him president when CDC popular. You go to Liberty Unity Party, they make Bwaka president. They're popular. So what have you done? Today, you're struggling. And Henry, you will see the promised land again. You're not learning. Don't worry. Because you had to learn. You quit to forget. You quit to forget. I'm watching the video, see this boy praising President Weah at that head office. Calling President Weah names and using it. Then he went to Mr. Bwaka, using Mr. Bwaka's name as Joseph in the Bible. Yeah. Liberians, I just want to remind you, it's not a distraction, but we remind you of every one of them, the party guy, the whosoever. Just how they coming up, that's how we remind you they want to come back. Surface, they lie. By the time they put their face outside, we shoot, bah. So you'll have a beautiful day. Tomorrow we'll be on again. And Josh, I will talk to you. And Edward, relax yourself, enjoy yourself, take care of your kids. Tell the woman hello for me, your sister there, and tell the community hello. So don't worry. Very soon, we'll just see me hitting and surprising every one of you. But anyway, for those of you who make all the best comments, the worst comments, the whatsoever, I want to say thank you. You criticize in the comments, I want to say thank you. And you want to read that letter, the letter is out there. That prophecy is clear. But you got to be spiritual. You got to understand it, read it too, and then you relate it to Liberian situation. You have a beautiful day, and God bless you. Edward, you
Okay, General,
go. Yes, let's go.
Okay, General, thank you. And General, I think for me, the best advice is that whenever you always preach the message for Mr. Cummings. Yes, I think that is my advice. I will let you give you.
And Mr. George, please.
Yeah.
I know you work with customs. Don't bring it to me. I beg you.
No, what I'm trying to say is that preach a message because no, it's not about working with somebody before.
Hey, George, we're not going to argue the radio yet, George. George, you cannot be on the radio and ask me a question, and we know I will answer you. But I just want to remind the Liberian people there are a lot of
Sure.
things that happened last election, and we got to be very careful of what happening. So once you're in the public eyes, whatever I do right now, people will say it about me. If I go and start misbehaving and I start jumping from place to place, people will say all kinds of things and they will bring me out. So that's it right there.
Okay, General.
Okay, Josh. Have a good day.
Okay, you too.
The general says, Liberians, our youth are not criminals. They are our future. They are our precious jewels. One nation, one people, united we stand, divided we fall. It's time to rise and save our generation. Drug-free Liberia, let us stand as one. Help our sons and daughters before their lives are gone. Pastors, leaders, governments hear the cry. Too many young people falling every day and night. One love, one love, one love, one love. One nation, together we must fight. Bring hope to the darkness and lead our youth to light. United we stand, divided we fall. God bless Liberia. We must save them all. Look around the streets, what do we see? Young people crying for opportunity. Some lost in drugs, some lost in pain, trying to survive through the struggle and rain. That boy on the corner could be my brother. That young girl suffering could be your mother. That drug affected man is somebody there. So why do we judge instead of showing care? We cannot sit and pretend we don't know, while the future of Liberia slowly falls below. The youth are tools, precious and bright. They need direction, love and light. Community leaders, where do we stand? Pastors and teachers, let us join hands. Government leaders, see the people cry. Save our children before another dies. Stop putting politics inside this fight. Drugs destroy both day and night. Let's go after dealers poisoning our land and help the victims rise again and stand. JMD, oh! Drug-free Liberia.